guys for not being prepared. I literally just got on my phone and I went, go live. And then I went live and I realized I didn't have nothing prepared. I am so sorry. I have what I want to say prepared. And that's the reason why that happened. But I truly, truly want to apologize for that, you guys, because I should have been prepared with my graphics and everything. And there's just no excuse why I wasn't really. I literally got ahead of myself and started moving too fast. But good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I am in the raw. I am in the raw. I am waking up. So excuse the way that I look. Mita, I was just about to post in the Teahive Book Club VIPT chat, but I was gonna wait until I got the video revved up a little bit. But yes, I'm so glad you are in the house. My moderators in the house. Mita, if you could go post it, share. Everybody that sees this video, make sure you share it with the world. If you know what I mean, I don't care when you see it. Just share it with the world and let them know that I had just woke up. That's why my dreads was poking up like that, because they haven't had no water on them from the good old shower yet. But we on our way. But good morning, you guys. I have a really, really good message that I want to share this morning. First of all, first and foremost, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say it with reckless abandon. Let no one play with you. Understand this. Let no one play with you and try to recommend what they feel like your worth is. And no, I'm not talking about no nigga, and I'm not talking about nobody in particular. I'm talking about in your story, in your existence, because you are worth it. You all that in a bag of chips, and you know that you are, and you are writing your own story. No one is writing your story for you. A lot of people try to write my story for me. Oh, she this and she that. She do this and she that. Blah, 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 blah. You don't get to write my fucking story for me, man. You know what I'm saying? I am worth all of the love and the light and the light that comes to me. I am worth every piece of positive attention, hell, negative attention that I get. I'm worth every headache that I give. Don't get it twisted. And rather, I am whatever I am. It doesn't matter because there's only one me. And while you can try to duplicate that, you cannot. While you can try, you cannot. Okay? But what I won't sit there and be is a slave to what you feel like you think about me. You understand? That's my word for this video this morning. I've let no one play with me. And that's period. And you know who else I've let no one play with me? God. Even at times where I'd be like, I'm going to give this person a leash and see if they hang themselves. God said no. He said no. He said, no, ma'am. Don't give it to him. So just know, every piece of what you think you're worth, you are worth. Times change, things change. Yes, hit that like button. Thank you to my VIP Teahive Demeter out for this thing. Ooh, I'm thinking about doing a. I always say that. Let me just stop. Let me stop because I got to get more into my groove. All right, so check this out. Y'all know how okay, this is a quote from Devon Franklin and Megan Good. This is from both of them. When you let go of what wasn't meant for you, God will make sure what is meant for you find its way. No matter who tried to stand in the way, no one can block the blessing designed for your name. Period. And I'm going to tell the story, yes, but just hold on. Just hold on to it. Just hold on to what I'm saying. That is what Devon and Megan Good said when they were together. They were talking about faith and patience and showing up faithfully and patiently, even after you're disappointed, even after someone tries to interfere with your blessing, even after there's a delay with that blessing because there's a lesson you need to learn before you get it. Still showing up with all the faith and patience in the world, knowing that when it's meant for you and what is meant for you by divine design that is meant for your name can never be interfered with in the long run. You know what I'm saying? Period. Just know these things, okay? Um hold on. Wait a minute. Okay, I have a few more. So I have one from Sarah Jake Roberts. That is TD Jake's daughter. So she said, what if the very thing that was
Missy, stop texting my phone with that bullshit. I did not call CPS on you, bitch. Literally. Okay, my thing is,
Hold
I'm
on,
really
y'all.
starting to get aggravated because I'm.
Could you guys hear that? Could you guys hear that? I don't know why, but my phone it keeps allowing videos to play that I'm not trying to play. And that was really the wrong moment for that video. Who y'all was listening to was Messy Maj. I could tell by the voice. But that was the wrong moment for that video to play. That was ridiculous. Hold on. I don't know why it keeps doing that. That is, and it's this phone that I'm on in particular. Um, what did I want to do? Okay, but you can still hear me now, right? Because I just want to make sure. Let's see.
Okay, but you can still hear me.
Okay, perfect, 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 perfect. All right, yeah. So here's one from Sarah Jakes Roberts. She said, "What if the very thing that was meant to destroy you was the soil God used to grow you? Sometimes the people who tried to block your path were just setting you up to find a better route, one designed just for you." Ooh, now if that ain't true. Now y'all know recently I moved out to California with one of my exes thinking that I was going to be with this man, that we were going to make our relationship work, all this stuff. And then everything was we are this, are that. Then we slowly started separating to the point where I found my own path and where God told me last night what my next move is. And I was in my storage when I found out what my next move was. And then and Nani just so happened to right after I got off of my conversation with my VIP Teahive, we were in our private chat, and Nani just so happened to walk out, and I had a moment where I was sitting there by myself, and God was just talking to me, and He told me what my next move was, and I was like, wow, that was quick and swift and unexpected, and I'm elated and I'm happy and I'm grateful and I'm all of these things. But it took me a moment to process because it takes me a moment to process information. And so I was like, and I had to sit there and just be grateful and just realize it wasn't meant for me and this person, it was meant for me. And really stand on business about that. Yes, Mita. Hey, Exposing 2024. Yes, Mita, I had to really sit and realize not only did God slowly separate from me from this person, but then He blessed me at the end of it and was like, okay, you're really done. Here you go. At the moment that my heart was really done and blessed me, right, like, boop, there you go. Let me make sure you know. Let me make sure you know I see you. And it's like, oh my gosh. Those moments are just beautiful, beautiful moments. But so Sarah Jakes Roberts is right. It's like that very enemy could be used as soil to show you a different route to get to where you're trying to get to, but it's a route that's designed just for you, not to take nobody else with you, just you and yours. That's it. You never know. Hell, you might have to move with somebody, and you know, and your girlfriend want to come along, but you like, damn, baby, my family won't let me move in with you there. My family won't. You know what I mean? It might just you never know. It might be a route just for you. You never know the situation. You might have a son that is you don't get along with, and you keep trying to have mediators and shit come in between that, and so that y'all can talk, and you might talk to him through your baby daddy or through this and that. And then now your baby daddy get to acting up with you. That might be your cue, that's your route directly to your son to say what you need to say from your mouth. That might be your cue. That might be your blessing that fixes that relationship. You never know. And then finally, y'all, I'm going to go to the Bible. You intended me harm. Now, this is Genesis 50 and 20. You intended me harm, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of many lives. That's Genesis 50:20. Okay? Because if God didn't just save my life recently, I don't know what was, honey. Okay? Period. Now, okay, hold on one second. So, hold on. Pulling something up. All right. I'll never forget the day I found out my coworker Lena tried to block my promotion. We had worked side by side for years, laughing over coffee, sharing ideas, and I honestly thought she was happy for me when I got the news. But that same week, my boss called me in and said, "There have been some concerns about your professionalism." My professionalism? I've always been professional, Talks, especially when I'm at work. There's no way that they will have real concerns about my professionalism. I sat there in shock. Concerns about me? Question mark. Later, I found out Lena had sent an email behind my back to the boss. She questioned my leadership and made it sound like I couldn't handle my job. My heart dropped. I went home that night and cried until I couldn't cry anymore, Tox, and I watched your videos to cheer me up. Then I prayed, God, if this door closed, it's because you have a better one waiting. I know God like that. 2 weeks later, I got a call from the regional director of my company, someone I'd only met one time. He said he had been following my work and he wanted to offer me a new position with higher pay, better hours, and my own team. When I walked out of that office with my new contract in my hand, I ended up seeing Lena at her desk pretending not to notice me. I didn't say a word. I just smiled and thought, you meant that for harm for me, but God turned it around for my good, bitch. Now, every time I unlock my new office door, I whisper a quiet thank you because that setback she tried to cause me, it was really a setup for my blessing. Not only did she cause them to look into me, but when they look into me, they gave me a higher, better paying position. Mm, mm, Clock that T. Period. And that's messed up that your homegirl would do that behind your back. Okay? That's messed up, Tasha, that your homegirl would do that behind your back. Okay? And let me say this, watch out for snakes out here. I usually have I usually have dreams about them. I don't know if y'all know, but I be having some lucid dreams. Okay? We're going to, and guess what? Right, trifling as hell. Trifling as hell. Was trying to set the girl up, talking about looking into her because her professionalism. End up getting the girl promoted. Period. But thank God the boss was who the boss was. You know what I mean? And God will work things out in your favor like that. What somebody meant for bad is a setup for good. Let me tell y'all something. My life has been constantly moving, moving, moving. I'm talking about fast moving, fast paced blessings. Okay? Literally. And let me tell y'all this. I I was dealing with someone that was not moving. They're not moving. Their life is not moving. Something happened that caused a little ripple in their life, like a little financial blessing, like boop, you can get that monthly. But it's just a ripple. It's not movement. It's not growth. It's doing the same thing. It's sitting outside of AutoZone working on the same tire every day. It's the same thing every day. There's no growth in that person or their story or anything they're doing. And there's no effort towards anything else to grow. If that person had a just done right by me, they would be able to reap the benefits of my blessing. And what's so crazy is that God waited. He waited until I saw all this and until all this happened. I had literally just got off the phone with him and called my VIP Hive because I was feeling stressed and I needed to talk. And so I happened to create a video call in our private chat to tell them what was going on. And God was like, here's your blessing. Bam. Yeah, it was a great conversation. You was eating hot Cheetos. No, I was eating pickles and Kool-Aid. Pickles and Kool-Aid, yeah. But ain't that crazy? And it's like this person could have just, if you would have just treated me right, because you felt like I'm at my low right now. You feel like I can't acquire shit and I can't get shit and I can't, and that's the problem. You didn't think of me positively. You were never meant to be around for long term. You were seasonal. You were meant for me to learn something about my own heart, that my heart is too big, that it is happiness over history, that it is me over anyone that I know. It's this little girl over anyone that I know. And that lesson led me to my blessing. Y'all just don't know, and I'm not gonna say nothing until we're there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna close my mouth until I can show you how God has blessed me. That's what I'm gonna do. Cause I'm telling you what, I bought up my book that I'm typing up. I bought it up too freaking soon, and now it's taking me 20 years to type this damn book up. So I'm just gonna shut my ass up and let it happen. That's what I'm gonna do. Thank you so much, y'all. Y'all know that the Teahive Book Club has its own email, of course, because you have to have your own email to. Thank you, exposing. Yep. You have to have your own email to be able to set up a YouTube channel, of course. But I want to create an email where you guys can write in to me specifically, that's specific for this channel. I bought a book recently. I bought a dream book, and I bought a birthday book and a couple of other books. So I want to do a little dream, like if you have a dream that you want to interpret, because what happens with me, and if you've been watching me for a long time, you know this. So I'm going to use an example because it happened on the internet. When I was in front of my audience and I was like, damn, um, oh, I can't wait to pull up these videos and re-show y'all. Oh my God, I'm so grateful. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Woo, okay. Um, when I was like, my ex, I see my ex, I saw my ex and he was in a school, and this is in my dream. I seen my ex and we were in school, and his eyes were made of like jeans, denim, crisscross denim. And I went to the cafeteria, and I was in the cafeteria, and he was on the other side of the cafeteria, but I was locked away from him. I couldn't get out off of that side. Do y'all know that recently I connected with my ex again? His name is Alonzo Adams. He won y'all know of that Food Network show where it's not Beat Bobby Flay, it's the other one where they do cook-offs and stuff. He won that, and he got a scholarship to a cooking school in Vegas, to Le Cordon Bleu, their cooking school in Vegas, and was on a reality show with the Food Network. And he ended up having his own truck with one of those very famous cooking guys out there. And the cooking guy has his own academy and stuff, so they end up having a school and stuff that he works at out there. And it's crazy because I seen him and we were in school. If you think about it, for him to have students that he's teaching how to cook, we were in school. I just thought we were in school for us, for me, and for him in my dream. But we were in a school. And then if you think about it, um, even though we were in regular school, I went to the cafeteria and he was in a different part of the cafeteria and I couldn't get to him. Probably because he was in there cooking and I was in there eating. That's probably the difference, because he ended up going on the Food Network and cooking and doing all and getting all the scholarships and stuff as he came out here. No, it's not Gordon Ramsay. It's a different guy. It's a black guy. And this guy, he works with the Food Network and with the sharks, the money sharks. What are they? The something sharks on that on something like that. It's a black guy. But anyway, um, but if you think about it, the fact that he's cooking and I was in the cafeteria in my dream, you know what I'm saying? So I have a lot of different dream interpretations. So and I usually do have premonitions like that. For instance, I was telling my audience when I started off on Truth Tea. Lord, y'all got to give me time. I don't even know the name of my own channels no more because I had to change the name of my channel because other even when you still when you type in True Tea, other stuff still will pop up. You got to make sure you type in the H because it'll make it a E. But True Diamond Tea Brew and Talk, which is what my other channel is called. Even when you watch me on that channel, if you watch me on that channel, you will see there was a time, and I'm going to bring it all over here. I'm going to bring it all over on this channel, but there was a time when I was like, somebody's going to betray me, and it's going to be somebody dark skinned and bald headed, and it's going to be somebody close to me because I had this dream that me, my pets, and my daughter walked in this house, and that person who a face I couldn't see, I just knew they were tall, dark and bald headed, had snakes wrapping around me and my pets. And I was like, and it felt like betrayal, and it felt like pain, and it felt like hurt. And I ran out of their house. And I said, somebody is going to betray me. And it turns out that it happened exactly the way that I thought it was going to happen. It happened to be somebody close to me and who came on the internet talking crazy. In one breath, they said somebody else did this to him. And then another breath, they said I did that to him. So, in the one breath, they said it was this person that did this for him. And in another breath, they said I did this for him, but I kept him away from that person. Well, did I keep you away from that person, or did that person raise you? Help me understand. So anyway, but it was somebody close to me, and I almost think I said too much just now. So with that being said, they was talking out to both sides of their ass, basically, and it was somebody close to me, and it was very unfortunate. Oh my gosh, did y'all see? Listen, if y'all missed my live this morning on True Diamond Tea Brew and Talk about Krishan Rock, you missed out on a lot. I had 119 people in that live, and it was me and 119 Mita. I know you was asleep because that was at 4 o'clock in the morning. That's my yawn before dawn time. So I got up and did my stuff. I'm about to do another live. Cardi B live soon as well. Soon, But I went live about Krishan Rock, went live again about Tamar wiping the sweat from Birdman's brow. Tamar, what is meant for Tony is meant for Tony, okay? We're going to just keep it on the book. Yeah, I know you were. I know you were. But yeah, y'all, make sure y'all join me on that channel if you have not joined me. That was the most people I've had in on that channel in a live in a long time. That did wonders for the algorithm. So we should start seeing things picking up over there. And I need to figure out how to make that happen over here. But I want to make sure that I'm keeping this channel a specific way, and it has to be about something. There has to be depth over here because that's what I want over here. Shout out to Tasha. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I'm going to create a book club email soon enough. Today I'm going to attempt to hack into, okay, my damn Amazon, my old one, not the new one, because I did get us a new Kindle account, but I need my old books. Like, how many books did we buy before I went to prison and came out, and that I never got the chance to read? That's crazy. We're not doing that. I need my books. What? So I'm going to try to hack into that today. But also, though, when I'm about to get dressed and leave here, when I get dressed and leave here, I'll be going to my destination, and I think I'm going to pre-record the podcast tonight over there because what's happening is I'm coming home so late that I'm not able to get my podcast done. Have you guys noticed that? I've been saying I want to do this to the podcast on the podcast tonight. I want to do that on the podcast tonight. But everything's been dragging. My day's been dragging. I've been walking and walking, and I've been getting home so late that I've not been able to podcast. So I truly apologize that. So I think I'm going to either pre-record it or we just going to just go live and go for it. One or the two, but we're going to make it happen today. It won't be tonight. It's going to be today. Understand this. So yeah. Anyway, if you guys are not a part of my Patreon, I am reading full books on the Patreon on the book club tier of the Patreon. I believe it's like $5 every month, Um, and it is patreon.com/Tox Diamond, TOXS Diamond. You can also look in the details of any of my videos in the description section, and you will see. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for joining me for this video. And remember, you worth every headache that you cause, baby. And know that don't nobody love God don't love you no less than he loves anybody else. Okay? And when people strike you down, and I ain't never seen somebody do me wrong that I haven't watched get theirs. And I'm just gonna tell you the truth. And that goes for even me. It go both ways, because when I do my stuff, God immediately beats my ass. And I be on punishment and timeout, and I be sad as hell. So don't get it twisted. Me too. But then he also does it for me. And just know that. Shout out to you, Exposing. Shout out to my VIP Teahive in the house. And shout out to y'all who just joined in but didn't comment. I will see you guys in a minute for that podcast. Peace and love.